Types of vectors. The first type of vector is equal vectors. Consider two vectors A and B. Here we can say that both the vectors point in the same direction and they have equal magnitude. So equal vectors are vectors which have same magnitude and same direction. And mathematically it can be written as vector A is equal to vector B. And when talking about equal vectors, we should also make sure that the two vectors always represent the same physical quantity. We cannot equate displacement vector to a velocity vector, or we cannot equate a velocity vector to a force vector. Examples of equal vectors are, suppose that two cars goes in the east direction with a velocity of 5 meters per second. So here the velocity vector of the two cars will be equal. Next type of vector is negative of a vector. So negative of a vector is very easy to understand. It is a vector which has the same magnitude as that of vector A but with opposite direction. So here we can see both A and B have same magnitude. Their length is equal. And vector A points towards east direction while vector B points towards west. So they have equal magnitude but opposite direction. And mathematically it can be written as vector A is equal to minus of vector B. Since magnitude is equal, we can also write it as magnitude of vector A is equal to magnitude of vector B. An example for negative vector is that suppose a car goes in the east direction with a velocity 5 meters per second. And if the same car at a later stage goes towards west with 5 meters per second, we can say this velocity vector is the negative of the first case. Next type of vector is zero vector. Zero vector is also known as null vector. Now it is defined as vector with zero magnitude and arbitrary direction and is given by vector 0. This zero vector is an abstract idea used to denote certain cases. For example, if I say velocity of a stationary object, we know that if an object is at rest, it would not have any velocity. So to denote the velocity vector, I can use the concept of zero vector. Similarly, if a person goes from point A to point B, and if he comes back to this point A, we know that the displacement is 0. And this can also be denoted by a zero vector. Therefore, zero vector is also obtained by the addition of two vectors. Next type of vector is collinear vector. Collinear vectors are vectors which lie on the same line or which are parallel to each other. For example, if I consider two vectors A and B, they can either lie along the same line or they can also be parallel with respect to each other. These two are collinear vectors. Now, based on the direction of collinear vectors, we can classify this again into two. The first one is called like vectors. Here you can see both the vectors point in the same direction. So like vectors are vectors having the same direction. The magnitude can be different. There is no compulsion that vector A should have equal magnitude as that of vector B. Now opposite of like vectors is unlike vectors. In unlike vectors you can see they lie along the same line or are parallel to each other but they have different direction. Like vectors have same direction while unlike vectors have different direction. And here also the magnitude can be different. Next type of vector is coplanar vector. And for understanding coplanar vectors, consider a set of vectors like this. Here we can see that these vectors have different magnitude and different directions. But all these vectors lie in the same plane. That is plane of the screen itself. None of the vectors come out of the screen or go into the screen. Such vectors which lie on the same plane are known as coplanar vectors. Now next type of vector is co-initial vector. For example, consider these three vectors. Here we can say that if I name this vector as vector A, vector B and C, we can see that all these three vectors have the common initial point, that is here. So co-initial vectors are vectors which have a common initial point or same initial point. Next is opposite of co-initial vector, that is co-terminus vectors. Now co-terminus vectors have common final point or same terminal point. Here all these vectors have the same terminal point. Or in the last video we have seen the case of position and displacement vector. And if I consider that representation, we can see that the position vector OP and OP dash are co-initial vectors. That is vector OP and vector OP dash are co-initial vector. Both of them have their initial point at the origin itself. Whereas if we consider this displacement vector PP dash and OP dash, they have same terminal point at P dash. So we can say vector OP dash and vector PP dash are co-terminus vectors. Next is the most important type of vector, that is unit vectors. And we know the definition of unit vector. It is a vector which has a magnitude unity. Unity means 1. So vector with magnitude 1 is known as unit vector. Now again in last video we have seen that any vector can be expressed in terms of unit vector, or any vector can be written as its magnitude times the unit vector along a particular direction. For example, if I consider vector A, it can be written as magnitude of vector A is given by modulus of vector A times unit vector, we denote it as A cap. Or if I rearrange and write the expression for unit vector, we will get A cap is equal to vector A divided by modulus of vector A. That is the expression to find the unit vector of any given vector. That means to find the unit vector of any given vector, we must divide the vector by its own magnitude. Now we have also seen that unit vectors along the three axes is given by I, j and k, where I points towards the positive x-axis, j point towards the y-axis and k points towards the z-axis respectively. Also we can express any vector in the ijk component form. That is, vector A can be written as AX I cap plus AY j cap plus AZ k cap. Or if we need to find the magnitude of this vector A, it is given by square root of AH square plus AY square plus AZ square. And this AH, AY and AZ are called the components of the vector. And since in this chapter we only deal with motion in a plane, we should account only for two components, x and y. Now let us see some examples to find out the unit vectors. Consider a coordinate system and a particle placed at this position. This is the final position of the particle, and we know that one unit is denoted by I cap. Since it is 4 units away, we can write the position vector as 4 I cap. If I need to find the unit vector, that is OP cap, we should divide this vector by the modulus of vector OP, and it is given by 4 I cap divided by, here modulus is 4 itself, that is root of 4 square, it is 4 itself. So answer we get it as I cap. And that is quite obvious because we already know along x-axis the unit vector is represented by I cap. Or in another case, if it is given that a car moves with a velocity of 5 meters per second in the east direction. To find out the unit vector, we could divide this 5 meters per second by the modulus. Here modulus is 5 itself. And we will get the answer as 1 meter per second towards east itself. That is the unit vector in that case. So to find the unit vector, we should always use this formula, that is vector divided by its magnitude. Now let us consider one more case where the vector is lying on the plane. If the particle is placed at this point, we can see that it is 3 units with respect to the x-axis and 4 units with respect to y-axis. So we can denote the position as P3, 4. And if I join a vector from the origin to this point P, we will get the position vector OP. That is, the position vector OP is given by the x component plus y component. Here the x component is 3 I cap plus 4 j cap. Now to find the unit vector along this vector, we can use the formula, that is unit vector OP is given by vector OP divided by the magnitude of vector OP. So first we need to find the magnitude of this vector. And magnitude of vector OP is given by square root of x component square plus y component square. Here the x component is 3. So it is 3 square plus 4 square. And if I simplify, it will be 3 square is 9 plus 4 square it is 16. And answer is root of 25 or simply 5. So we got the modulus of vector OP, that is 5. Now substituting this in the formula of unit vector, we can write unit vector along OP is given by vector OP, that is 3 I cap plus 4 j cap whole divided by modulus of vector OP 5. Or we can write it separately as 3 by 5 I cap plus 4 by 5 j cap. And if I simplify, again it becomes unit vector along OP is 3 by 5 is 0.6 I cap plus 4 by 5 is 0.8 j cap. That is the expression for unit vector. Now let us see how this unit vector comes in the xy plane. So to plot this unit vector in the xy plane, first we can mark this x component and y component. So x component is 0.6. That is, it lies somewhere close to this one, between 0.5 and 1. Whereas y component is 0.8. So it again becomes a little more close to 1. And the direction of this unit vector will be in the same direction of vector OP, because unit vector is a vector of magnitude 1 and has the same direction of given vector. So here if I plot, this will be the unit vector, such that its x component is 0.6 and y component is 0.8. So you can see this is the unit vector of vector OP, which lies along the same direction as that of vector OP. And we can also verify the magnitude of vector OP. If I take the magnitude of vector OP, it is root of square of x component plus square of y component. Here square of 0.6 is 0.36 and square of 0.8 is 0.64. And if I take the sum, it becomes root of 1 is equal to 1. So we have got that magnitude of unit vector is unity itself. That is right here. And we know that any vectors can be written as modulus of that vector times unit vector. So I can write vector OP modulus of vector OP times the unit vector. And if I substitute this formula here, we can write it as vector OP is equal to modulus of vector OP is 5. 5 times unit vector along OP is 0.6 I cap plus 0.8 j cap. And that turns out to be 3 I cap plus 5 into 0.8, it is 4 j cap. So we can make sure that this relation is actually right. Or if any vector is given like vector A is equal to 2i plus j plus 2k. And if you are asked to find the unit vector along this vector, we can again use the formula, that is unit vector A is equal to vector A divided by modulus of vector A. And here modulus of this vector is given by mod of vector A is equal to root of, take the square of I component plus j component plus k component. That is 2 square plus j component is 1 here. So it is 1 square plus again 2 square. And we will get it as root of 4 plus 1 plus 4. Or it is root 9 which is equal to 3. And if I substitute here, we will get 2i plus j plus 2k whole divided by 3. And we can separate it and write, it means 2 by 3 I plus 1 by 3 j plus 2 by 3 k. That is how you find unit vector of any given vector. Just apply this formula, that is vector divided by modulus of the same vector.